And basically, we priced it, or at the time that we issued it, the average was about 4%. So we saved 0.82%, which equates to about $119,000 a year savings on the GO debt. But recently, circumstances have changed. The bond insurers are a little shaky at this time, especially the one that actually insured our GO variable debt. The one insured is XL Capital Assurance. About 6 weeks ago, they were put on negative watch by the rating agencies, and just 2 weeks ago, they were actually downgraded. And we saw impact very quickly. 2 weeks ago, the rate gets reset every Wednesday, and they email me every Wednesday telling me what the new rate for the week is. And 2 weeks ago, they emailed me a 6% rate. Before that, it was at low threes. Then this last week, the rate was at 7%, and 7% actually our cap. We actually have an insurance that we will not pay more than 7%. We actually have a policy that will pay if it goes over 7%. So with this uncertainty, it's no longer a good choice for the village to save the GO variable. In the past, we used it for mainly flexibility and to lower our interest rates. The majority of this debt is actually in the next refinancing, the TID, over $10 million, and we needed some flexibility in the TID based on uncertainty in terms of when land will sell, that type of stuff. The lower interest rates and the flexibility, we decided to GO debt, and the savings of it we realized over the last 4 years. So as long as we were going out for the initial two, it was a good timing to see this. We had everything already in the process to issue debt. So we just, in the last couple of weeks, added this debt issue or refinancing to the list of debt to be issued. So as soon as if this is approved tonight, we will send a call notice for our variable debt to call it, and it's a 30-day call notice. So we'll be paying probably a 6-7% interest rate for another 4 weeks. So this $3.9 million is actually refinance the GO variable debt portion that's due with the Recplex. $3 million, that was to do with the expansion, part of the expansion final part, and also the solid waste. That was our recycling garbage when we took over operations of that, bought our own garbage trucks and recycling bins. So this issue is for that purpose. The offer date came in again at a premium being paid. We're looking at a note amount of $3,765,000 and the premium being paid of $154,562 for a total amount of $3,919,562. This again is a 10-year note. Interest rates ranging from 3 to 4.39 on the coupon, but the actual yield, Gene again?
Yeah, we started out at 2.2 and go 3.70. So that's the real cost of those break.
These current issues are being actually insured by FSA. FSA has insured us on a number of issues in the past. They're the only insurance company that currently did AAA and have a positive outlook for them. The other bond insurers that we can use are currently on negative or not negative watch. So FSA has a history with us, and they gave us a good basis point bid on this. So we are doing all these issues with FSA. So, any question on the issue? I'm here in Nelson G.
Questions or comments? Clyde? I'll just make the comment that for receiving notice last Wednesday to really turn around this quick is pretty good. People lock in these rates. So, very team, thank you very much. It's really appreciated. Comments, questions? We have a motion. So moved. Second. Motion by Steve, second by Clyde. Are there comments or questions? Hearing none. Roll call vote. Aye. 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 Motion carries. That moves us to item D, resolution number 0805, resolution authorizing the issuance and sale of $10,935,000. This is a general obligation refunding bond series 2008B.
This is the bigger portion of the refinancing of the GO variable debt. This is the TID portion of it for almost close to $11 million. This also again sold as a premium. The note amount is now $10,355,000, and the premium paid was $583,657 for a total of $10,938,657. This is a 7-year note, and the interest rate in the coupon actually range from 3.25 to 4.963, with the yield being.
The yields, this is where my 3.18% comes in. It starts out in 2013 at 2.86%, 2014 is 3.01, and the 2015 maturity which is the biggest maturity. It's a little over 4 million, it's at 3.18%.
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Motion by Clyde, second by Monica. Further discussion, comments, questions? Hearing none, roll call vote.
John Steinbrink.
Aye.
Monica Yuvas.
Aye.
Steve Korowitz.
Aye.
Clyde Allen.
Aye. Motion carried. Thanks very much, Dean. That moves on to item E, that's under the engineering services agreement regarding the West Frontage Road realignment project.
Mr. President, we have a report from the village engineer concerning awarding a contract to Crystal Snyder of Lake Geneva to provide engineering services for the West Frontage Road realignment, one of the projects that was funded tonight through bonds. Crystal Snyder is going to be designing 24 linear feet of roadway, grading, water and sewer facilities. In their documents, the construction estimate for these improvements is $2.26 million. The fee for Crystal Snyder for these services is $110,800. The village engineer recommends we contract Crystal Snyder for the concur with his recommendation and request that Mr. President and clerk be authorized to enter the agreement.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Clyde, second by Steve. Further discussion, Monica?
Any other engineering firms asked to bid on this project?
We have proposals from other firms, and we visited with them. Crystal Snyder had done the original base work based on proposals that ran from Crystal Snyder, Bonus Grove, it was HNTV, and I don't believe Clark Heath was in that original group. So they've done a lot of field pickup and work to do what work is taking place, especially with that realignment of the frontage road south barbecue, where the Community Development Authority is reshaping that frontage road to provide more land that's in one piece that's developable. So based on that initial work was done, we felt Crystal Snyder had already done a substantial amount of base work to use. So, but we did take proposals in the case of our inter-service, we do that through an RFP and a proposal. So we're following up that rather than having another engineer take another set of proposals and lose the effort that we paid for already with Crystal Snyder in the first instance. So we did as we set up the project area. They did the initial work, and then this one here we're staying with.
Thank you.
Any comments or questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion. We already have a motion in a second, that's correct. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So carries. Brings us to item F, and that's consider ordinance 08-6, ordinance to amend chapter 18 of the municipal code relating to terms and memberships for the Park and Recreation Commissions.
President, we have some cleanups in the ordinance related to the Park and Recreation Commissions. Think back, we had one Park and Recreation Commission, and the village board determined that since there was such a vast amount of activities taking place with Recplex, one of the parks to split those up and bring more citizens into the process to sit on those cases. At that time, there's a few items that we missed, and we want to take out an item that says they shall serve without compensation. They do serve, the other commissions